set as their guys will do battle with the Atlanta Falcons. 2 one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Second and 7. Here's Darnold. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate. Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Taylor. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. This is McCaffrey. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Options galore here, second and a few inches. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Darnold from the red zone now. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Fowler. And the Falcons are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. They go play action with Franks.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
On first down, here's Franks. That's caught left side, the tight end Pitts. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So, Charles, this game number 2 in the NFL career of this rookie quarterback. His guys took the loss in the opener. And when asked after that game by reporters how he did, he was pretty curt. He said, not well. What did you see?
Well, first and foremost, I loved his answer to the media because he was being honest. And those veterans in the locker room, they're looking at him to see how he's going to handle things, and they like the fact that he's not blaming other people because I thought he struggled. The only thing that's going to help him, though, reps. No matter how many big games you played in college, how well you do in practice, the reps in the real games, that's when you begin to grow as a quarterback.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. And it's third down. Setting up play action. Franks. Being chased out left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the gun, it's Taylor. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Off the play fake, here's Franks. He's got his pass-catching tight end, that's Pitts. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Kyle Pitts out of Florida was the 4th overall pick in the 2021 draft, the highest a tight end has ever been taken. A lot of people thought he was the best player in the draft as well. Wearing number 8, he's a matchup nightmare for any defense. Good grab there for a first down.
And he stopped immediately there. Devin White, the Bucs' leading tackler in their Super Bowl run, in on this stop. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Franks going for it all. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use it. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. A fake to McCaffrey. Now Darnold. Flush to his right. Darnold, he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Levante David. And the Bucs are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, so much for being backed up against a goal line to start the drive. He gave him some breathing room and then some. I think the defense really got caught thinking safety, trying to stack the line of scrimmage. And oftentimes, if you can get past the initial grouping, there's a lot of room to run. The defense actually fortunate that didn't go farther.
And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Now a run with McCaffrey. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Darnold. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
One of the more productive and durable players up until last year. Remember, in 2019, 116 catches, which was an all-time record. for NFL running backs. Trying to come back from an injury-filled 2020, just 17 catches on the year. Sure is great to see him back on the field doing his thing.
Darnold's throw taken in by Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Darnold. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 27-yard line. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. From the 25 on 2nd down, Darnold. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 12-yard line.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 2nd down and 8.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Now Darnold. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Darnold from the gun. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they may be content to take this 7-0 lead into the locker room. We'll see. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. A little juke. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Franks. He'll buy some time right. Lets this one rip toward Graham. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
A final shot before break. Franks. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 39. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room. Maybe make it a two-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. The Franks looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
And that's another Falcons first down, courtesy of a catch there by Calvin Ridley. Now in his 4th season, he's coming off of his best year yet in 2020. 90 catches, close to 1,400 yards receiving. He continues to ascend up the charts as one of the top receivers in the NFL.
Touchdown, Falcons! The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. Now, that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Meanwhile, Darnold's throw pulled in by Gronkowski. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On 1st down, Darnold. Airing this one out for Evans. And Darnold got to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. Things just kind of continuing to unravel for him here in this second half. They take the shot downfield, but this defense, once again, up to the task.
Well, this is where you think about the old phrase, desperate times call for desperate measures, because they've got nothing on the scoreboard, and they're just trying to get something, anything to go their way. But in this case, they turn the ball over.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
at the 42-yard line.
Franks now. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Franks. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Taylor. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First and 10, Taylor now. And able to work his way down to the 16. 140 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Buccaneers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. McCaffrey on the toss right. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, Darnold. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. 7 yards, the pickup there. To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. Over the middle. That's caught by Miller. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, Taylor, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier. Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Our first down throw, here's Franks. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
A full start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. On the handoff, Taylor. And a short gain down to about the 33. Setting up play action. Franks. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score.
And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now a man open down the middle of the field and way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now left side on the swing pass. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. He completes this into the hands of Miller, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. A fake to McCaffrey. Now Darnold. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. From the 50, it's Darnold. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Darnold on 3rd down. Wide open, Gronkowski. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, Darnold. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To the air again, Darnold. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Buccaneers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point put through by Succop, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Falcons. And that should just about seal it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. That one looks like he'll throw here. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Cordero Patterson. His 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They'll try and throw for it. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they elect to pass there on the two-point try. Sometimes can prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now it's Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got Gronkowski. Touchdown Tampa Bay. Rob Gronkowski there to make the grab. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Buccaneers. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Frank's looking to throw. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Franks. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Franks now. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Falcons, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams.